How you doing? So Act 6 compensation rewards is here. So let's take a look at it. So as you can see here, we got a title, which we're going to talk about later. But I think more people are interested when it comes to the Act 6 compensation reward. Keep in mind, this is only for completion rewards. So if you have explored Act 6 100%, your rewards will be better. So something to note, do not claim your rewards right away. I know a lot of people are eager when they see rewards, they just like click the claim reward right away. You just gotta be patient because there's a lot of things in here that will go on your overflow. Keep that in mind. So I would plan very carefully who do you want to rank up, because or you're gonna have to sell them for gold if you could choose to. That's up to you, but you gotta plan very carefully who you want to rank up because this is a lot of rank up materials. Also, there's I believe there's 49, 56, 65 class based rewards you get. So make sure, if you have a champion that you want to use, or you want to, make sure you go to your inventory and figure out the classes that you need or which champion you want to rank. So that's really helpful before you start claiming the reward. So I would plan very carefully when it comes to claiming your rewards, okay, for your Act 6 compensation. So the funny thing is, when it comes to the compensation, it feels like it's better reward than the completion now. Maybe because it's harder before now compared to now, because since they nerfed Act 6. But I feel like I should have done that myself. I feel like I should have explored Act 6 100% before they nerf it, but it is what it is. It's too late for that. And I mean, I can still get the rewards as you see here, which is not bad. But keep in mind, the rewards you saw earlier is just for completion. And keep in mind, I did complete Act 6. I don't know, maybe I would say 4 years ago when I completed Act 6, and I already got the rewards for completion for Act 6. So, obviously not going to be as good as this, but, I still had the compensation, including to go with the completion I did with Act 6, I would say about 4 years ago. So it feels like it's better. I could be wrong, but it does look like it's better when it comes to completion rewards compared to what you see. Compensation completion reward compared to what you see now in the game, and also keep in mind this is only for completion. So let's talk about the next thing I wanted to mention. uh, this right here, you know this is probably the title I cherish the most, as far as when it comes to playing MCOC, and I've been playing MCOC for 8 years, if not more than that. So this is the title I've cherished the most, that I've gotten so far. So I broke the throne before it was easy. So basically, they're saying that since they nerf Act 6, it's easy now, but realistically, it's been easy for at least a year. I would even say 2 years now, you know, and a lot of people doesn't realize how difficult Act 6 was, and when it comes to Kabam Crash, saying that people are using less revives now, so they're making less money. That he's forgetting something. He's using a straw man argument, or really not being transparent. That's really what happens when you give 7 stars to Cavalier players. Okay, even 6-star rank 5 ascended is more than twice as strong as a 5-star not ascended, because there was no ascension back then. They had more than twice the attack as a 5 compared to a 5-star, and they have more than twice the health. So of course, when you use 6-star rank 5 ascended or 7 stars, it's gonna be easier. Okay, there's just common sense. I guarantee you will cut your revives at least half when you compare the two, maybe even cut your revives into 4, or if not more. Okay, so yeah, so of course things will be easier when you complete Act 6 when you're using high rank champions when they're not there to use for. Like that's on Kabam for losing money for not having revives. That's not on the players. But really, you know, people don't realize how hard it was when it comes to Act 6. I mean, maybe it's just a nostalgia. Maybe people don't care about it, but this reward to me means so much more compared to somebody that's, I believe, compared to somebody just completed this, 6 months ago or even a year ago, because I used 5 star, not ascended, Corvus Glaive to complete Act 6. Okay, I remember the Grand Master. I can't even go there because I'm doing Necropolis and I'm stuck there. But when it comes to Grand Master, I think I spent like 2 hours to complete 6.4.6 Grandmaster, okay, using 5 star Corvus Glaive, okay, and I don't even think that was the hardest part. The hardest part is probably you know, when it comes to the champion boss. So I can't really go here because I'm currently doing Necropolis. I'm stuck in Necropolis right now, as you can see. So let's go to my free-to-play account. So this isn't my pay-to-win account. We'll go to my free-to-play account. So we're in my free-to-play account. I'm a Thronebreaker here, so you're gonna get the same rewards when it comes to earlier. So as long as you complete Act 6, you're gonna get the same rewards. Okay. So yeah, they're the rewards. It should be the same. So going back to what I said earlier, it's really unfortunate. Like, people would not know how difficult Act 6 was. Perhaps a little bit of nostalgia when it comes to Act 6, but really I treasure it the most when it comes to that title and appreciating MCOC more. Like, I remember trying to get through this path. This was the pre-nerf version. Oh my goodness, it was so tough when it comes to the champion boss. Okay, I remember the champion boss. I was like, I used a 6 star rank 2 Doom and I cannot get through it. I spent like over 1,000 units, a bunch of boosts and revives, and I couldn't get through it, man. Then Diablo, he just got a buffed, and when I looked at his buff details, you know, I knew without a doubt he was going to be the best buff in MCOC, and I also, in my opinion, he was the best Mystic champion at the time, and I did it. I did this whole path. It took me multiple tries. It was in the first attempt, of course. I did this whole path pre-nerf, okay, with Diablo, pre-nerf Act 6 champion boss, itemless. Okay, this is 5 star Diablo, not ascended, by the way. I pretty much took every fight with it Diablo. I think I used only one, if not maybe two. I don't remember the second one, but it's in the channel if you don't believe me. With the exception of Ghost, I used King Root for against Void. So I could have probably done it with Diablo, the entire thing using Diablo, but I didn't want to keep trying over and over. So I just used Void for I just used Groot for Void. So pretty much every fight here, I believe I used Diablo, and I did it itemless using a 5 star Diablo. And wow, it was so tough. I think pre-nerf, like the very first pre-nerf, like it was like 5 charges when it comes to incredible. For indestructible, it was insane, and I think they made it to like 3 indestructible at the time. After that, and now then they nerfed it again. After that, I believe now it's been nerfed, so it's been nerfed like 4 times already, I think. So people will never acknowledge how difficult this fight was. Keep in mind, we were using 5 star back then. Okay, now people are using 7 stars, if not 6 star rank 5 ascended, to do these fights. So it's really a big difference. I know, as I mentioned, I not already said it. Like, yeah, if you're using like high rank champions, of course you're gonna fights will be easier. People are gonna spend less revives. It's just common sense when it comes to what Kabam Crash was saying on the forum. Like, people are using less revives and less items. Yeah, duh, that's just common sense. And you know, it's in the channel as well. I just completed Labyrinth of Legends using only 6 star ascended Mr. Sinister. And when it comes to, like, I did spend at least 4 revives, if not 5 revives, to do this completion. I think a better player, without a doubt, could have done it itemless. I could have probably done it deathless with Mr. Sinister. Um, what is this? But I had no choice but to use one revive to revive Apocalypse to make him to make Mr. Sinister Horseman. Besides that, if I played better, I could have probably just only used one revive, and I could have probably done it without boost if I took my time. But I was playing very recklessly, just like whatever, you know. And keep in mind, when I did Labyrinth of Legends, I used 4-star Aegon, okay? I didn't use 5-star Aegon. I used 4-star Aegon, okay? And Aegon's supposed to be like the king when it comes to long fights. So I spent at least 80 revives, if not maybe 100 revives. I don't know, but I spent a lot of revives on units on this content using 4-star Aegon. And for me to use just 5-star, five revives, if not 4 revives, with the 6-star Mr. Sinister, who's actually it's not which is actually even nerfed right now because his signature ability when it comes to his from his signature ability when it comes to his regen is not even working. It just shows you like, wow, okay, this guy would be broken if they actually fix his science regen. So which is unfortunate because I was actually watching this in MSD's channel. He's talking about how to use Mr. Sinister, and he didn't even know when it comes to his science regen it's not working. It was so disappointed that he didn't know that. But yeah, so without even his regen working, it's just crazy. So I was playing with the nerf version, and I think you can definitely make a case when the attack of opponent is so low that champions that can regen is better in pretty much any content. When it comes to Realm of Legends, yeah, okay. When it comes to Realm of Legends, the first time I did it with 4 stars, okay, and I with 5 champions, and I was using boost, obviously revives. I don't know how many revives I used, maybe 20 revives, could be less, but I was using obviously 5 champions and boost, um, and then I did this thing in one of my accounts. I did a completion, and might do it in this account too as well. I used auto fight. That's right. I used auto fight to complete it the first time using a 6-star rank 5 Mr. Sinister Ascended. And keep in mind, he's the nerf version because he comes to his regen from his signature ability. It doesn't work. So it's pretty crazy that you obviously have better champions. You have high ranked champions. That's why things are easier now compared to back then. And people that are like, when it comes to this, their title, they won't cherish this title. I will claim it, and why not just claim it now? Let's see what happens if I claim it now. Can I use this title? This to me is more value than any title that is in the game, in my opinion. To me, this is like, come on, is it here? Oh my god, I don't know. I have to look for it. I don't remember what it was. No, I forgot what it was. It called? Anybody remember? I don't know, but I'll have to go back and check. But really, to me, dang it, I claimed it already. To me, that was worth so much to me when it comes to that title. And that's all I wanted to say. So if you have your compensation, make sure you claim it. Just remember to plan carefully. Because just don't claim it right away, because a lot of these are going to overflow. And keep in mind, when it comes to class base, you do have 65 of them to choose. So make sure, go to your inventory to make sure which champion you want to rank up and which class you want to claim. So that's it. Thank you.